and an atheist point of view. I am your host, Shua, and what I am doing is basically reading from the Bible, from cover to cover, in the order it was printed. Alright, assholes? Printed. I know it wasn't written in the way it was printed. No shit. From cover to cover, in the order it was printed, one chapter at a time, one chapter per video, because I think it's rather funny, hysterical, laughable, downright amusing. I mean, shit, it's a riot. Believe me. I laugh my ass off every time I read it. Anyways, before I go on, let me go ahead and start that bumper music up, shall we? Feel free to dance if you want. Okay. Where I left off is Deuteronomy, Raceroni, chapter 12. Now, let's read. Verse 1. These are the statutes and the rules that you shall be careful to do in the land that your Lord, your God, and your fathers have given you to possess all the days that you live on the earth. You don't say. Can we get a deed for this land? Verse 2. You shall surely, please don't call me surely, destroy all the places where the nations whom you shall dispossess serve their gods, on the highest mountains, and on the hills, and under every green tree. What if it was fall? Those gods are exempt? Verse 3, you shall tear down their altars and dash in pieces their pillars and burn their Asherim with fire. Asherim, some kind of a name. Asherim job. You shall chop down the carved images of their gods and destroy their name out of that place. Verse 4, you shall not worship the Lord your God in that way. Fuck. Verse 5, but you shall seek the place that the Lord your God will choose out of all your tribes to put his name and make his habitation there. There you shall go. Go there. Verse 6, and then you shall bring your burnt offerings and your sacrifices, your tithes, and your contribution that you present, your vow offerings, your free will, fuck, that's a joke, and the firstborn of your herd and of your flock. Verse 7, and there you shall eat before the Lord your God, and you shall rejoice, and you and your households, in all that you undertake. The undertaker was there? In which the Lord your God has blessed you. Verse 8, you shall not do according to all that we are doing here today. Everyone doing whatever is right in their own eyes, except for worshiping other gods. No, almost everything, right? Verse 9, for you have not as yet come to the rest and to the inheritance that the Lord your God is giving you. Verse 10, but when you go over the Jordan and live in the land that the Lord your God is giving you to inherit, and when he gives you rest from all of your enemies around so that you live in safety. You know, God's pretty much the one that made them their enemies in this case. You know, it's kind of redundant. They're your enemies because I said so. I made them wrong. I'm sorry. Verse 11, then to place that the Lord your God will choose to make his name dwell there. Then you shall bring all that I command you, a burnt offering and your sacrifices, your tithes, and the contribution that you present, and all your finest vow offerings that you vow to the Lord. What are you, getting married to him? Shit. Verse 12, and you shall rejoice before the Lord your God, you and your sons and your daughters, your male servants and your female servants. Yeah, don't forget the slaves. That's cool, God, thanks. And the Levite that is within your towns, since he has no portion or inheritance with you. Yeah, fuck the Levites. Verse 13, take care that you do not offer your burnt offerings at any place that you see, but at the place that the Lord chose in one of your tribes, there you shall offer your burnt offerings, and there you shall do all that I am commanding you. God, you sick fuck, why do you gotta have everything burnt? Ugh. I want to smoke a goat for you, God. Stick that in your bong. Verse 15, however, you may slaughter and eat meat within any of your towns as much as you desire, according to the blessings of the Lord your God that he has given you. The unclean and the clean may eat of it, as of the gazelle and as of the deer. As of. I love the way they word this shit. Verse 16, only you shall not eat the blood, you shall pour it out on the earth like water. A blood tap. Blood spigot. Verse 17, you may not eat within your towns or tithe of your grain, or of your wine, or of your oil, or the firstborn of your herd, or of your flock, or any of your vow offerings that you vow, or your freewill offerings of the contribution that you present. Okay, sure, whatever. Verse 18, but you shall eat them before the Lord your God in the place that the Lord your God will choose. Yeah, he was at the head of the table, wasn't he? You and your son, he's carving the turkey. You and your son and your daughter, your male servant and your female servant, that you probably beat and rape on a regular basis, and the Levite who is within your towns. And you shall rejoice before the Lord your God in all that you undertake. Take it all, right? Pillage and plunder! Pirates we will be. Verse 19, take care that you do not neglect the Levites as long as you live in the land. You know, make sure you have a full dish of water and kibble. The Levite has become the dog. Verse 20, when the Lord your God enlarges your territory. Enlarges? What? He's gonna make it bigger! As he has promised you, and you say, I will eat meat, because I am not a vegan, and I do not support PETA. Because you crave meat, you may eat meat whenever you desire. Eat meat! Beat your meat! Verse 21, if the place that the Lord your God will choose to put his name there is too far from you, then you may kill any of your herd in your flock, which your Lord has given you, as I have commanded you, and you may eat within your towns whenever you desire. Really? You're gonna let us eat? Thanks, God, you fuck. Verse 22, just as the gazelle or the deer is eaten, you may eat of it. The unclean and the clean alike may eat of it. It doesn't matter if it's a dirty goat or a clean chicken, you can eat it. Fuck it. Fuck washing it off. Verse 23, only be sure that you do not eat the blood, for the blood is the life, and you should not eat the life within the flesh. What? What kind of sick shit is this? Fuck, that's a fucked up verse. Verse 24, you shall not eat it, you shall pour it out on the earth like water. Yeah, they're going to get every last drop out of there, right? What are they going to do? Drain them completely with an IV or something? Verse 25, you shall not eat it, that all may go well with you and with your children after you, when you do what is right in the sight of the Lord. Yeah, what's right in the sight of the Lord? That's a joke. Fuck. Verse 26, but the holy things that are due from you, and your vow offerings, you shall take, and you shall go to the place that the Lord will choose. The Lord's gonna pick it. He put it on a map for you. MapQuest it. Verse 27, and offer your burnt offerings, the flesh and the blood, you sick fucks, on the altar of the Lord you God, you twisted bastard. The blood of your sacrifices shall be poured out on the altar of the Lord your God, but the flesh you may eat. What do we do to the genitals? Verse 28, be careful to obey all these words that I command you, that it may go well with you and with your children after you forever. When you do what is good and right in the sight of the Lord your God. He's got binoculars on you. Verse 29, then the Lord your God cuts off before... Cuts off? What? When the Lord your God cuts off before you the nations whom you go in to dispose, and you dispossess them and dwell in their land. Put on their clothes, wear in their houses, wear in their underwear, all that shit. Verse 30, take care that you may not be ensnared to follow them after they have been destroyed before you, and that you do not inquire about their gods, saying, how do these nations serve their gods? That I also may do the same. Don't do that. Nope, Find out the other God, Yahweh, is bullshit to begin with. No, please don't inquire. You may figure out I'm also bullshit. Verse 31, you shall not worship the Lord your God in that way. For every inimical thing that the Lord hates may have done for their gods, for they even burn their sons and their daughters in the fire to their gods. Sure, you just drown them. It's no big deal. It's not nearly as bad as burning to death. 32. Everything that I command you, you shall be careful to do. You shall not act or take from it. Hello, kids. Once again, this is Shua, and this has been the Bible and an atheist point of view.